Hello and welcome to Rajya Sabha News. I'm Tina Jha. Let's begin with the headlines. Rajya Sabha passes medical termination of pregnancy amendment bill by voice vote. Bill to raise the upper limit for abortions from 20 weeks to 24 weeks. State-level medical boards to decide on terminating pregnancies beyond 24 weeks in cases of fetal abnormalities. Phase 2 of Jal Shakti Abhiyan to be launched across India on the 22nd of March. Union Minister Gajendra Singh Shekhawat replies to discussion on working of Jal Shakti Ministry in the Rajya Sabha. Says government to set up laboratories in every block and district to test the quality of drinking water. And India aims to eradicate tuberculosis by 2025. Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu stresses on mass awareness to bring about behavioural changes in the country, urges members of parliament to participate in the government's drive to end TB. The parliament passed the Medical Termination of Pregnancy Amendment Bill 2020 with the Rajya Sabha passing it on Tuesday. The bill seeks to extend the upper limit for permitting abortions from the present 20 weeks to 24 weeks for special categories of women. The Lok Sabha had passed this bill in March 2020. Union Health and Family Welfare Minister Dr. Harshvardhan said that the bill will ensure safe termination of pregnancies. He also said that the bill has been drafted after extensive consultations.
इस बारे में ये लोगों को कम्युनिकेशन गैप है कि ये 20 से 24 में हर एक किसी का कोई अबॉर्शन संभव है। ये सिर्फ उन गर्भवती महिलाओं के लिए है जिनके विशेष परिस्थितियां हैं, और वो विशेष परिस्थितियां ऐसी हैं कि जिनके अंदर या तो उनको लेट डायग्नोसिस हुआ, जैसे हमने कहा कि रेप के केसेस हैं, इंसेस्ट के केसेस हैं, या कोई इस तरीके से जो असाधारण परिस्थिति है उसके अंदर, और वो भी जो है उसमें 20 हफ्ते के बाद जो है दूसरा एक डॉक्टर को इसलिए इंक्लूड किया टू बी एक्स्ट्रा सेफ.
Currently, abortion requires the opinion of one doctor if it is done within 12 weeks of conception and 2 doctors if it is done between 12 to 20 weeks. The bill allows abortion to be done on the advice of one doctor up to 20 weeks and 2 doctors in the case of certain categories of women between 20 and 24 weeks. The extension will also help survivors of rape, especially able girls as well as minors who may not realize that they are pregnant until later. The bill also sets up state-level medical boards to decide if a pregnancy may be terminated after 24 weeks in cases of substantial fetal abnormalities. Rajya Sabha on Tuesday passed the National Commission for Allied and Healthcare Professions Bill 2020 by a voice vote. The bill seeks to provide for regulation and maintenance of standards of education and services by allied and healthcare professionals. The bill also provides for assessment of institutions, maintenance of a central register and state register, and creation of a system to improve research and development and adoption of latest scientific advancement.
These are not elected bodies, but selected bodies of experts to assist the commission. And then regarding 2 years or 3 years, these will be minimal diploma/degree proper courses. Then regarding the state council, professional education is in concurrent list. Right now, no state councils. If no state body is constituted, the National Commission will not be able to function. And as suggested, the composition cannot be left to states, since it is important to have uniform standards and uniform institutional structures.
The second phase of the Jal Shakti Abhiyan will be launched on the 22nd of March in 700 districts across the country. Jal Shakti Minister Gajendra Singh Shekhawat said on Tuesday while replying to a discussion on the working of the Jal Shakti Ministry in the Rajya Sabha. He said that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has fixed 2024 as the target year for water to reach every household of the country. He informed the Upper House that work is underway in projects worth 1.91 lakh crore rupees under the flagship Jal Jeevan Mission, which seeks to provide drinking water to every rural household in the country. The minister also pointed out that more than 3 crore 77 lakh households have been provided with tap water connections under this mission.
और जो मैं खुशी के साथ में कहना चाहता हूं, माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के कर कमलों से आगामी 22 मार्च से हम पूरे देश में जल शक्ति अभियान एक बार फिर शुरू कर रहे हैं। अब की बार 700 के 700 जिलों में प्रारंभ कर रहे हैं और 700 के 700 जिलों में इस तरह की वाटर कंजर्वेशन एक्टिविटीज को प्रारंभ कर रहे हैं।
The Jal Shakti minister said, with the initiatives of the centre from remote areas in Leh and Ladakh to Jaisalmer and Saurashtra, people were getting potable water at home. He further said that the government is working to set up laboratories in every block and district to test the quality of drinking water.
वाटर क्वालिटी के लिए एक अवेयरनेस बने, उसको लेकर के देश के प्रत्येक जिले में एक वाटर क्वालिटी टेस्टिंग लेबोरेटरी, हर ब्लॉक पर एक लेबोरेटरी और उसके साथ साथ में हर गांव में 5 महिलाओं को फील्ड टेस्टिंग किट देकर के वो वाटर क्वालिटी की, वाटर गुणवत्ता की जांच कर सकें, नित्य प्रतिदिन कर सकें। इस तक हमने काम प्रारंभ कर दिया है और एक ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म क्रिएट किया है जिसके ऊपर इन सारे टेस्ट की रिपोर्ट्स और रिक्विजिशन दोनों जो है वो रजिस्टर होंगी और देश में एक रिपोजिटरी बनेगी, ताकि देश में आने वाले समय में किस जगह पे किस तरह से पानी की गुणवत्ता में परिवर्तन हो रहा है उसका उसका अध्ययन किया जा सके और उसके अनुरूप पॉलिसीज बनाई जाए।
Rajya Sabha Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu has urged members of parliament to support TB control measures. Addressing the House on Tuesday, he said that India has taken several steps to reduce the number of cases of tuberculosis in the country. Listen in.
As you might be aware, our country has embarked upon an ambitious endeavor to the issue of tuberculosis, to end tuberculosis in the country by 2025. 5 years ahead of the Global Sustainable Development Goals target of 2030. Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India has already taken several initiatives for combating TB, like improving the reach and quality of diagnostic services, introduction of all oral regimen, introduction of newer drugs, financial support for nutrition, extensive multi-sectoral and private sector engagement, among other such initiatives. The TB control is also gaining momentum in the rural areas with the availability of rapid molecular diagnostics at the block level for accurate and decentralized detection of TB.
Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has assured the members of parliament that MP-led commitments of 2019-20 will be honoured. The centre has suspended Member of Parliament Local Area Development Scheme for 2 years for the fight against coronavirus and its adverse impact on the economy. The issue was raised by TRS MP B. Lingayya Yadav. Listening.
For 1920, the year before the corona thing happened, every commitment which has been made by honourable MPs will be fulfilled. However, as was the instruction or as was the notification made, for the year 2021 and for the year 21-22, no new commitments on MP lads will be entertained. That rule remains. With that rule remaining in place, for the year before 2020, that is 1920, every commitment will be fluid. Money has been cleared from Ministry of Finance. MOSPI, the Statistics and Program Implementation Ministry, has also assured me that they will immediately send the money to the districts.
During the question hour on Tuesday, Union Health Minister Harsh Vardhan informed the House that 75 medical colleges are sanctioned across the country, while Union Minister Kiren Rijiju said that the world is praising the Ayush Ministry's efforts in boosting immunity during the COVID-19 period. While Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said that a level playing field has been given to both private and public sector banks to establish ease of business for those who are engaged in entrepreneur activities.
Andhra Pradesh government is an mission to strengthen the public hospitals and reduce the medical expenditure burden on the poor. The government is going to sanction 16 medical colleges across the state, out of which 3 colleges have been sanctioned by Government of India. I would like to know the Honorable Minister whether the government is proposes to provide financial support for the remaining 13 medical colleges.
The government has, in fact, in the second tenure of the Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, sanctioned 75 new medical colleges in various states of India, and these are preferably in the aspirational districts or the districts where the most deprived and the downtrodden people they live, and where there is no medical college either in the government or the private sector. All these 75 colleges across various states in the country, they have been finalized, they have been notified, the state governments have been informed, and the Government of India supports 60% of the budget expenditure on these medical colleges.
कि आर्यवैदा में सर्जरी को अलाउड किया गया है और उसमें जो मेडिकल कॉलेजेस हैं जो आयुर्वेदिक के, वहाँ इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर की कमी है, ताकि जो पीजी स्कॉलर हैं, क्या गवर्नमेंट ने कोई असेसमेंट की है कि ये डिफरेंट जो कॉलेजेस हैं जो आयुर्वेदिक का मेडिकल कॉलेजेस खोले गए हैं, कहाँ पर वहाँ पर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर और उन स्कॉलर को उनकी टेक्निक और इंडिपेंडेंट परफॉर्मेंस के लिए वो आगे कैसे बढ़ सकते हैं, उसके लिए को गवर्नमेंट ने कोई असेसमेंट की है?
और जब से आयुष मंत्रालय का गठन हुआ उसके बाद काफ़ी इसमें काम हुआ है। टोटल जो शल्य तंत्र का है कॉलेज है 46 है और शालाक्य तंत्र का टोटल 4 कॉलेजेस हैं और दोनों मिला करके 45 और दोनों शल्य तंत्र और शालाक्य तंत्र दोनों जिस कॉलेजेस में है ऐसा 45 टोटल कॉलेजेस हो गया 95 और टोटल सीट्स 527 सीट्स शल्य तंत्र के लिए और 240 शालाक्य तंत्र के तहत यहाँ देश में इस वक्त मौजूद है।
Now is only to bring a level playing field. So some private banks are already doing, all public sector is doing. Why not extend it to all other private sector banks so that everybody gets equal opportunity? So RBI being the regulator has established norms, and those norms will be applicable to the new banks also which approach them.
So that's it from us in this bulletin. Thank you for your time.